What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the North Shore 9 podcast presented by FanDuel. This is the NS9 postgame show powered by Permani Brothers. I'm Jim. With me is Neil. Neil, that sucked.
That was terrible, man.
Just awful.
I mean, West Coast trips always have bad vibes, especially weeknights when like you want to watch but you're tired. And then the Pirates put up that stinker.
Stinker is a pretty good word for it, and they set the tone for it right away. I mean, this game was bad, borderline unwatchable from start to finish.
Yeah.
Let's just pick things up. Pirates lose 9-0 to Arizona. First game of a 3-game set. I feel like they just never play well in Phoenix for some reason. It's not like the Diamondbacks are ever all that scary of a team, but this is just a place that the Pirates just don't typically play well at. And yeah, it started early today. I mean, in the first inning, they go down quietly 1-2-3 in the top of the first. And then in the bottom half, Ketel Marte with a 1-out, I guess you could say, quote unquote, triple in the bottom of the first. I mean, Oneil Cruz didn't play the ball all that great. I think it would have taken a perfect play by him to hold Marte to a double on that. But at the end of the day, like Cruz didn't take a great route. The ball deflects off of him, off of the wall. Mangum's backing it up, so Marte gets the triple. But yeah, right off the bat, you're like, ugh, that's an extra base that they didn't necessarily need to have there.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point later, but I mean, we're approaching time when there's conversations to be had about Reynolds and Cruz in the outfield together.
Dude.
I don't know how you fix it.
So bad.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is another way I guess a lot of people were mentioning before the season, like why you don't sign Ozuna. If he's going to hit like this. I mean, it's getting better. It's slowly getting better, but like they can't play outfield with each other for this much longer. Like it's not good enough. And for whatever reason, they can't seem to figure out how to work together. I don't quite understand. I mean, Reynolds has declined defensively a lot over the years, and Cruz isn't his position. They're trying to force it to be his position. And yeah, we're just going to keep getting stuff like this as long as they keep trying it.
Yeah. So that was outfield. I guess you could call it a mistake number one in that first inning. We still have a couple more to talk about, Neil.
Yes, we do.
So yeah, triple by Marte. Corbin Carroll walks. Another thing, and we'll get to this, I think, after this inning. But Adrian Del Castillo then hits a routine fly ball to center field. Oneil Cruz gets behind it, puts all of his effort into throwing it as hard as he can. He hits the cutoff man, but the cutoff man in that situation is standing right around the pitcher's mound. Marte easily scores on that fly ball, but Cruz doesn't realize that Corbin Carroll is also tagging up from first base, and that he tags. He just takes second easily on that. Another base that the Diamondbacks got in that inning that could have been avoided. Then right after that is the play that you were alluding to before. Ildemaro Vargas, who for some reason is just I don't know if Major League Baseball has tested this dude yet this year for anything, but I feel like they need to. All of a sudden, Ildemaro Vargas is one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball, but he hits what looks like a routine fly ball to right center field. Just to kind of put some numbers on it, he hits a 95-mile-an-hour fly ball, 385 feet to right center with an expected batting average of 180. Bryan Reynolds looks like he's got it. He's running towards it. And then about 10 feet before getting to the ball, he just pulls up. And the ball drops in between him and Oneil Cruz, who is nowhere near the ball, really. Cruz was shaded well into left center field. But that goes down as an RBI double. Corbin Carroll scores. Now it's 2-0. Still just 1 out. And this outfield defense has giving up an additional base on the second batter, an additional base on the fourth batter, and a double, RBI double, to the fifth batter.
Yeah, just a perfect blend of bad pitching, bad defense, and good timing for the Diamondbacks, I guess. Like, it really was a perfect storm of just bad baseball that broke this game open.
Mhm.
Got a feel for Yohan Ramirez. He wasn't perfect tonight, but he didn't deserve that. You know, like, I don't know. It was
Yeah,
it
we'll get to Yohan too. I mean,
yeah.
but you're right. It was. You look at the expected stats here, right? And I know you, in a game where you lose 9-0, looking at expected stats seems kind of silly. But there was at one point in this game where the Diamondbacks had 6 runs on 4 hits, and like their expected batting average was like roughly right around 200 or so.
Yeah.
They ended up getting some hits there towards the end that added to make this one even more of a laugher. But yeah, it was just it was bad baseball. You're right. I mean, just
Mhm.
bad baseball, and it started there in that first inning. I want to talk about Bryan Reynolds a little bit more here. He's got to be better out there, Neil. There's no
Mhm.
excuse for it. Like, it's not like Bryan Reynolds is this lumbering 36-year-old guy with no athleticism who shouldn't be completely capable of playing a corner outfield spot. But going into today's game, Neil, if you look at Fangraph's defensive statistic defense, uh Dylan Bryan Reynolds is the 3rd worst defensive outfielder in Major League Baseball. The 3rd worst. And, like, I don't understand why. Because, like, he's not slow. He's fast. He's athletic. His arm actually isn't even that bad. He showed that off randomly in the 8th inning of a 7-0 game.
Yeah.
But, like, there's no reason why Bryan Reynolds should be a bottom 3 Major League outfielder.
I just go back to 2022 when he was really good at defense. And like he was like beginning of his career. I don't get it because yeah, it's not like he's physically declining, right? Like the
No.
athleticism is still there, but like the eye test is also miserable. Like you don't need, I mean, obviously the stats do paint a pretty telling picture, and I'm not surprised by it. But like you can just tell like either he's getting bad jumps or he's not reading the ball like he used to. But it looks like it doesn't look like he's ever in a good position to get to baseballs in a timely manner. I mean, like, regardless of left field or right field, and tonight was right field, like, every single time the ball went anywhere close to the line, Reynolds is just there looking like he's slowly getting to it, and it's not good. Um, and we're gonna lose games this year because we employ 6 DHs for all intents and purposes. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that. Like, I don't quite understand how we've gotten here with Reynolds.
I don't either. And like I said, you look at this and he's having a really nice season offensively. He's,
Mhm.
OPS over 800. But yeah, you look at fielding run value, he's in the 3rd percentile in baseball. You look at fielding outs above average, the 5th percentile in baseball. His arm strength, though, Neil, is in the 84th percentile. His sprint speed is 69th percentile. Like, the only thing that he's just not doing is just he's not getting to the balls that he needs to be getting to.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if that's just his jump. He must just have the slowest jump in Major League Baseball because the rest of it just doesn't make sense to me.
And part of it's clearly communication too. Like, I think we've talked about it before, but
There's that too.
clearly
Yeah.
him and Cruz are just not on the same page. Like, what I don't know what the heck he's doing stopping running. Like, I don't
It was his
I know.
ball. I mean, it was his
Yeah.
ball all the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and usually center field calls off, but that's Reynolds' ball, and so I don't quite get what was going on there. Ultimately,
Yeah.
you just need to flush it down the drain, like flush this game. But like it is something we've been talking about all year. It was brought up before the season, and it's rearing its ugly head. Now, in fairness, you got to score some runs to make this a competitive baseball game, but still, the
Right.
defense is the defense is quite bad.
The
And
outfield
I don't.
defense, in my opinion, is the number one problem on this team.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree. Um, I would maybe point to someone in the middle of the order stinking it up, but like, yeah, it's not good, and it's definitely cost us quite a few runs. Um, I will say, because this was going around, it's better to be the Pirates right now than to be the Red Sox because the Red Sox are the best defensive team in baseball, and they're terrible.
I'm with you.
But
Yep.
like, and so I'll take the trade off when the payroll's so low. But like, you got to fix something, and whether that means password heats up or something. But I don't know. Like, and also your best defensive outfielder can't start because he can't hit. So they really worked themselves into a problem here.
Yeah. It's just a shame because, like, I mean, I feel like this game could have gone a completely different way if that first inning just went a little bit different. And like, I'm going to put some of the blame on Oneil, Cruz, and Bryan Reynolds, but I'm also going to put some blame on Bubba Chandler too, because
Hmm.
Bubba Chandler in that first inning, you could see that the defense just kind of got to him emotionally,
Hmm.
and Chandler had to throw a lot of extra pitches that inning because he didn't really respond all that well to the adversity that was handed to him. Like he could have just gotten out of that inning after that double, right? But instead he walks Gurriel on 4 pitches immediately after that double. He then walks Nolan Arenado. He's
Hmm.
now at like 38 pitches for the inning. Um, like it was just a lot of pitches that he threw in that first inning to get out of it. Now, I'll give Chandler some credit. I do want to circle back to Chandler here because that first inning was a disaster on a lot of
Hmm.
different levels. There was bad defense. Bubba Chandler walked 3 batters. He was able to limit the damage overall, though. Like he didn't let it get out of control. He only gave up those 2 runs. He was able to strand the bases loaded. And I thought he did an outstanding job of bouncing back, like going into the dugout, regrouping, and then coming back out. He still walked 3 more batters over his next 4 innings, but he didn't give up a hit, limited base runners in general. And coming back out for the second and the third specifically, where he got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and was able to end up giving the Pirates 5 innings, which was a big deal, I think, today, especially you were down a man in the bullpen with the Davinsky suspension. He was able to give this team 5 innings. He was able to keep this team in the game. I mean, you leave the game after 5, down 2-0. Like you did your job.
Yeah, I mean it's the same song and dance with Chandler, right? A lot of walks, able to work around damage. I mean, I feel like I definitely agree with the mental part of things where I feel like if he's able to control like emotionally how like and channel his anger into pitching and throw in strikes, like it's gonna be very different because I feel like it's every time Chandler takes him out, it's just 1 inning. It really is 1 inning where like things go south. Today it didn't cost him, and you take 5 innings 2 earned from Bubba Chandler at this rate any day of the week.
Yeah.
Like I think, it's gonna be a process with him. It's clear that he's not. It's clear that he has some stuff to work out. But yeah, after 5 innings, it's 2-0. Like this was still a ball game until the 6th inning disaster. No, I don't have too much complaints about. I think Chandler got undone by some bad defense. He rebounded. Um, I don't know. It's hard to come up with new things to say about him because it's almost like every single start's been the same with him.
Yeah. I mean, if there's one thing, like he clearly just he needs to get the walks under control. And what's weird about it is when he walks players, it's just like a completely uncompetitive at bat. And
Mhm.
then he'll have these other spurts where he's laser focused and he's hitting his spots. Like I want to like this is what I found was interesting. So Bubba Chandler only threw 34 balls today. He threw 92
That's
pitches, which is
actually
a
kinda
career high.
crazy.
92 pitches, career high, 58 strikes, 34 balls. Neil, he walked 6 players by throwing 34 balls. That means in the other however many. I mean, he faced how many batters did he face? So
5 times.
5, 15, 21, 23 batters.
Mhm.
So in the 17 batters that he didn't walk, Neil, he only threw 10 balls.
That's nuts.
Like he just
But
puts three, like he's completely uncompetitive at times, and then he's
yeah,
just like the complete opposite.
like, does that just mean, like, past the first inning, he threw, like 12,
Yeah,
13 balls or something like that? Like, that's nuts. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I don't think I've ever heard of a pitcher pitching like that. Like, I would
No,
love to see some, like, historic statistics on that because that's almost unheard of, you know? Um, I'll say I said it a lot. There's still an ace level pitcher in here, just in terms of stuff.
mhm.
Um, it really just this is gonna be your year he has to figure things out and work through this. And I'm glad that he at least has the mental fortitude and like the stuff to be able to recover and pretty much calm down the Diamondbacks offense.
Yeah.
You know, so good job for him for keeping us in the game.
I thought it was a gutsy performance after that first inning. I was pretty critical of him in the first inning on Twitter because it was like, Bubba, you've got to, like, you can't let these things
Yeah.
spiral. Like, bad stuff is going to happen behind you from time to time. You can't
Hmm.
let it spiral. And it feels like up to this point, he's let those things spiral on him. But
Hmm.
after that first inning, I thought he was outstanding, did a great job, kept the team in the game. Um, I do want to just address some members here. Penn,
Hmm.
$2 super chat, appreciate you. I think he was mad at people yelling at Evan Sisk in the comments. So he said the Evan Sisk erasure, Siskophrenics forever. We'll get to Evan Sisk in a little bit, but
Cisco
shout out
is a great nickname.
shout
Love
out
it.
to Penn for being a member for 16 months. Shout out to Steel City DW for being a member for 20 months. You guys are awesome. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, 5 innings in, the Pirates are, I believe at that point they had one hit, which was
Yeah.
a Jared Triolo double. And then Chandler hands the ball over to Yohan Ramirez, who's been really, really good this year.
Hmm.
He was not good. He was not good tonight, Neil.
No.
He gets the first out, but then walks Gurriel, hits Arenado. So, a little flare by Moreno down the line for a double, hits Thomas, another double, a ground ball. Next thing you know, it's 6-0 and the game is over.
Yeah. I mean, that Perdomo double was just nonsense. Like, it landed 15 feet behind O'Hearn at first and still turned out to be a double. He wasn't good, very wild. We got the Mr. Hyde side of Johan tonight, unfortunately.
Mhm.
He, it's for a middle reliever, he's been about everything you could have expected tonight. And if I'm going to have him have a blow up game, I'd rather you do it when the Pirates reach base 5 times.
Yeah. If Yohan Ramirez would have gone out there and put up a 0, they still would have lost.
Yeah.
So I guess like it didn't cost them anything.
No, I mean, it's disappointing. Never, I really like Johan. Like, it's his third stint with the team. Actually, is this
I think this is his third stint with the
his
Pirates.
third stint, and he's finally like got a place on like the team in an actual role. So it's a really cool story. But no, he wasn't good tonight. But I don't know, the D-backs offense was just quite good. I think uh, just watching them, I was very impressed with how they handled things. Was 9 runs off of no home runs, if I'm not mistaken. Did they homer?
Nine runs, 9 hits,
0
7
home runs.
walks, no homers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some fluky hits, but again, you chalk it up to a bad day and you move on because this was the day to have the bad pitching, the bad bullpen blow up. It's not like the Cardinals last week.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it really didn't matter what the pitching did because the offense did nothing.
Hmm.
Excuse me. We mentioned the Jared Triolo double. The only other hit the Pirates had today was a Konnor Griffin double, which was almost a homer, but it hit off that big, tall center field wall there in
Oh my
Arizona.
gosh, that was nonsense.
Yeah.
What
But
a
I mean, he hit the
stupid
ball
field.
415 feet, 110 miles an hour, double
Yeah.
Konnor Griffin. But I mean, I guess if you're looking at a bright spot for the offense, I mean, Konnor Griffin went 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. The walk was also a really good plate appearance in the second. Was it the second inning that he walked? It was early on. Yeah, second inning. Ozuna walked, and then Griffin walked to put runners on first and second for Mangum. That was kind of like the Pirates' best chance to get something going in this
Mhm.
game. And that was a good plate appearance by Konnor. Like the he let go of some close pitches, walked on 6 pitches, full count, and yeah, passed the bat down to Mangum, and then they just weren't bottom of the order wasn't able to do anything
Mhm.
there. But
Yeah. I
good game
mean,
by Konnor. He continues his hot streak. I think he's on a 7-game hitting streak now.
yeah, I mean, Connor is now 20 points above the Bobby Witt Jr. line I have for him. His OPS is now over 740. Like, the kid, he is figuring this out, and like Sean says, home run in 25 of 30 parks.
Yep.
I can't believe it's not 29. That was a tank, and that deserved to be a home run. And I kind of liked on second base, like he just kept staring at the center field wall, like he couldn't believe that it wasn't
Mhm.
gone. Um, yeah, just kind of sums up the night. Even when we do something well, it is still not good enough. So, but
Yep.
we can
I
celebrate the
do.
rookie.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about Dennis Santana here too. Before I do, though, let's kick it over to Cody.
This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack hydration sponsor. IQ Bar protein bars, IQ Mix hydration mixes, and IQ Joe mushroom coffees are the delicious, low-sugar, brain and body fuel you need to win your day. The Ultimate Sampler Pack is a great way for you to try all IQ Bar products and flavors. You get 9 IQ bars, 8 IQ Mix sticks, and 4 IQ Joe sticks. All IQ Bar products are clean label certified and entirely free from gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, and artificial ingredients. With over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are fueling their lifestyles with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees. The Ultimate Sampler Pack includes all 3. My personal favorites so far have been the almond butter chip and the iced tea lemonade hydration mix. It's just really full of flavor. I love starting my day with it, and I couldn't imagine starting my day with anything else other than IQ Bar products. Right now, IQ Bar is offering our podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, including the Ultimate Sampler Pack, plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text MLB to 64,000. That's MLB 64000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
All right, Neil. Evan Sisk,
Yeah.
the doctor of Siskonomics, I guess you want to say, and that's what the Siskophrenics, I guess, are fans of. He's been no complaints for Evan Sisk ever since his recall. Inning and 2/3, scoreless, gives up 2 hits, but overall, I think he's been just fine for what he is, which is your second lefty reliever out of the bullpen, middle relief guy, can give you multiple innings if you need it.
Mhm.
I thought that was helpful today, kind of saved the back end of the bullpen a bit.
Yeah, I mean, probably our best mop-up guy. Like,
Yeah.
not sure if I'd put him in high leverage, but, like, he's done his job well. Um, good stuff tonight. Probably our most consistent pitcher and the guy who helped us make sure we didn't have to use, like, 6 arms out there because it was tracking toward that. Like, when Yohan exited early, it was looking rough for the bullpen, and so thank you, Sisk, for, helping us there. Now, hopefully, hopefully we don't have to use you tomorrow because we're winning a close game and we need to use our guys. And Santana got his weekly terrible game out of the way.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So Santana hadn't pitched in a while. It'd been since last Wednesday, so it'd been a week essentially since Santana pitched. He was coming off of the blow up game against the Cardinals from last Monday, where he gave up 4 runs in 2 1/3 innings, lost the game, and that's what started that 4-game losing streak against the Cardinals. Well, 5-game losing streak, but started that 4-game sweep. Today he comes in to just kind of get some work in and gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, double, single, single. I mean, not really missing bats, which he doesn't really normally do that anyways. He's not really a high strikeout guy, but I guess my question to you, is there any sort of concerns that are creeping into your mind about Dennis Santana based off of these last 3 outings?
Mhm. Like the doomer in me says, like, maybe the fact he doesn't miss bats is like a sign that things are catching up to him. But like, I'm also just trying to look at the bigger picture and be like, it's been 2 bad outings. Like every reliever does this. Every reliever has bad outings. I think if this happened in 2 blowouts, I don't think there would be many concerns, but I think that Cardinals loss is still weighing on the minds of people.
Mhm.
And so I'm not particularly worried. And you're right, it's been a week since he pitched, which is surprising. I guess we beat the Reds so badly that we didn't need him, which is great. um, but I'm not worried yet. I would need to see a lengthy thing of this happening over and over again.
I'm with you. Um, this was asked in the Discord tonight too, which if you're not in the Discord, make sure you join that. But it was asked in the Discord, like 1 to 10, what's your concern level on Santana? And
Mhm.
I said 2. Like it's not 1, but it's not high. We
Yeah.
have a year and a half, 2 years worth of Dennis Santana to look at and see kind of who he is. 3 games doesn't really change that for me. Now, he hasn't struck out a batter in his last 3 appearances,
Mhm.
which again, he's not a huge strikeout guy to begin with. I will say this, like today, at least he was around the zone, 15 pitches, 12 strikes, but he was hit pretty hard. 101, 99, 109, 104, all the exit velos against Santana today. So yeah, it's something to like look at. Like the next time Santana comes out, maybe I'm just like, let's see how he does here. But I'm not concerned quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, all I would say is, like, it would just be nice to have David Bednar around.
It would
Like,
be.
because last year, David Bednar struggled mightily, and then but we returned to Dennis Santana, and I wish we had that three-headed monster of Soto, Santana, Bednar. I think that would have been a really, really great thing to have just going forward with this team. It gives you a lot of flexibility. Kelly's already shown that he's willing to switch things up, where he'll put Santana in the 8th and Soto in the 9th. He'll pitch Santana against lefties instead of Soto. Like clearly they like bullpen flexibility, and I just think Bednar would have been a really nice thing to add to this.
Yep. I'm with you there. Tomorrow, Pirates look to bounce back from this. So another late game, 9:40 Eastern time, start time. Paul Skenes versus Michael Soroka tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you got to win your Paul Skenes games, Neil. Tomorrow's a good day to bounce back.
Yeah, and I'll say this: the Rodriguez pitched tonight for the D-backs. He's a 250 ERA, 270 ERA, something like that. Diamondbacks have the worst starting pitcher in ERA in baseball, with their best pitcher who just went. This is the time to recover. And this is the time to bounce back. Paul Skenes will shove. I have no doubt about it. Please just hit their bad starters. just do it. Like we're good enough. We don't need to. We don't need to get swept here.
Yeah. FanDuel has the Pirates as favorites tomorrow at -158 money line. So yeah, let's just go out there. Let's have Paul Skenes go out there and just pitch 7 shutout, and let's cruise to a nice, easy 9-0 win. Let's just Let's just do what the Diamondbacks did to us.
Exactly. And we'll be on tomorrow. We'll give away sandwiches.
There we go. All right. I appreciate everyone who was watching this.
I can't believe
it's almost 1 a.m. this game was brutal to watch.
Oh
you all
gosh.
stayed up to watch it, and then you came on here to watch us. So you guys are awesome. I appreciate you all. Everyone listening tomorrow on your commute, you guys rock as well. Make sure you check out Offbeat if you haven't every morning. It's out. It's an awesome 15-minute show from Alex Stumpf. I think tomorrow's episode is on Paul Skenes, so make sure you check that out tomorrow morning. But yeah, Pirates lose 9-0. We'll be back tomorrow with another post-game show. Like the video, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff. Neil, you got anything else to add before you head to bed?
No, it's bedtime. Hopefully tomorrow goes better.
Let's hope so. All right. Good night, guys. Let's go Bucks.
Let's go Bucks.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.